Hi everyone, the party season is starting, so I'll be doing a series of party makeup tutorials. The first look in this series is a gunmetal grey smoky eye which I've paired with a pink lip. So this is the final look that I would be recreating in this video. Getting started with the makeup, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade Medium Deep, and this is just going to correct the darkness around my eyes. And it's also covering up the veins and unevenness on my eyelids. Next, I'm using a shimmery grey metallic cream eyeshadow. This one is from the Japanese brand Kate. Now this is not a necessary step, but if you have something similar, you can use that as a base on your eyelids. In the next step, I'm using a matte eyeshadow palette. This one is from theBalm and I'm using that dark grey color. I'm applying this to my crease, the outer corner of my eye, and I'm mixing a little bit of the dark brown from this palette as well, just to get a really dark definition in the outer corner as well as the crease. Next, I'm taking Night Divine by MAC and I'm patting this all over my lid using a flat brush. I'm also using this all along my lower lash line. You can just use the edge of the flat brush for this step. Then I'm going to apply some black kajal. This one is from the brand called Plum and I'm using this pretty richly along my waterlines. And right after you've applied that, you want to use a pencil brush just to smudge some of that kajal onto the lower lash line to give it a smokier look. You can then apply the kajal along your upper lash line as well and then smudge it again for a smudged smoky look, and repeat this 2 or 3 times to get the maximum intensity along the lash lines. I'm now going to do my face, so I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation and the shade I'm using is Cashew, which is just a tiny bit warm for me, but it works. As you can see, I've got a couple of blemishes right now and this foundation just covers them up well. It's a medium coverage foundation, but it does give a very flawless yet natural look to the skin. For my under eyes, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. Because we have used a lot of kajal and dark eyeshadow along the lower lash line, it's important to use a good concealer in the under eye area, otherwise the eyes can look a bit dull. So you can see I've applied the concealer in a triangular shape and I'm just blending it with a brush. To set my foundation and concealer, I'm using a loose powder. This one is by Guerlain and I'm just using it in my under eye area, in my T-zone as well as the rest of the face. Now since I've used the concealer after my eyeshadows, I've got a bit of a harsh line at the edges, so I'm just softening it up with a blending brush. And to line my upper lash line, I'm using a liquid eyelining pen. This one is by Clinique. To fill in my brows, I'm using this palette from BH Cosmetics. I've just used one of the brow waxes from this palette to fill in the gaps in my eyebrows. For my lashes, I'm using the Uemura eyelash curler and then I'm going to follow it up with the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Volume Mascara. This is quite a dramatic mascara, but since it's a party look, I'm going to be using a pair of false eyelashes later. To contour my cheeks, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. I've used the lightest contouring powder from this and I'm using it under my cheekbones. Make sure I blend it well, and I'm also going to use it under my jawline and a little bit on the sides of my nose just to give it a more sculpted look. And for the cheeks, I'm using a dusty pink blush. This one is by MAC. Unfortunately, this was a limited edition, but you can use any neutral pink blush of your choice. And for highlighting, I'm using my favorite Mary-Lou Manizer highlighter from theBalm. I'm using it along my cheekbones and also along the brow bones. Coming to the lips, I'm using a neutral pink lip liner first. This is Soar by MAC. I'm using this to line as well as fill in my entire lip area. This is just going to neutralize my natural lip color, and it's also going to help my lipstick last long. And the lipstick I've used is Craving by MAC. It's a soft berry pink color. And to add a little more dimension to my eye makeup, I'm using this pigment from a brand called Unique Style. I'm not entirely sure where all you can buy this brand, but I bought it from Beauty Center here in Mumbai. And I'm just using a bit of that pigment on my lid, and it's just adding a little more shine and giving a more party look to the eyes. And to finish off the look, I'm just going to add a pair of false eyelashes. So that is the finished look. I think this is a nice look if you're a bit bored of the usual gold, bronze, warm metallic colors. This kind of a grey actually looks quite nice on the Indian skin, and it works really well with a cool toned cheek and lip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye.